Good afternoon and welcome to another exciting game of Varsity Boys Baseball here on CPHS 6. I'm Emily Desmond. Tonight we have the Port Huron Big Reds hosting the Port Huron Northern Huskies. And due to some technical difficulties, we'll bring you into the bottom of the first. Michael Hilliker at the plate. Shane Velazquez pitching for the Huskies. Big Reds have a runner on first. No outs here. And that pitch is going to drop in there low for a ball. The Huskies were able to score in the top of the first with an RBI double by Jack Trimble. And Billy Lemon's going to go for the steal, and he'll be safe at second. Big Reds now have a runner in scoring position here, as they're down by one here in the bottom of the first. Two and 0 the count on Hilliker. And that's going to drop in for a strike. 2-1 now the count. Big Reds have no outs. And that's going to drop in. 3-1 now the count. And that's going to be ball 4. That'll be the first walk for Velazquez. Big Reds now have runners at first and second. No outs here. And this brings up Evan Wagner to the plate. Big Reds down by 1. Pitch is down low for a ball, and Lemon's going to go to third. Hilliker will be safe at second. Big Reds now have runners at second and third, no out. It's going to drop in down low. 2-0 on Wagner. Velazquez in a little bit of a jam here. Runners at second and third, no outs. Huskies only up by 1. And that'll drop down low for another ball. 3-0 the count on Wagner. And that's going to be up the middle for strike 1. 3-1 now on Evan Wagner. Big Reds looking to score on the next pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. That's going to be the second walk for Shane Velazquez. Bases are now loaded here in the bottom of the first, no outs. And it looks like the Huskies will call a timeout. Big Reds now have a chance to tie and possibly take the lead here in the bottom of the first. Be interesting to see if they pull Velazquez or if they're going to let him stick it out. Big Reds have Wagner on first, Hilliker at second, and Lemon at third, with Raven Randall at the plate. And it looks like they're going to keep Velazquez in the game. The first pitch down low for a ball. Velazquez pitching pretty low today. He needs to bring it up into the strike zone. This could be trouble. He can't afford another walk at this point. Bases are loaded for Raven Randall. And that'll drop him for a strike. 1-1 now on Randall. Still no outs here in the bottom of the first. And that'll be another ball down low. And that'll be a chopper hit foul. Base is still loaded here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to be slapped foul. Full count now on Randall. You have Kane Santo behind the plate for the Huskies here. And that's going to be hit into right field. It'll be caught by Adam Slingerland. And the Big Reds able to score one on that. Game is now tied at 1 here in the bottom of the first with 1 out. Big Reds have Evan Wagner at first, Micah Hilliker at second, only 1 out. This brings Patrick Gell to the plate. And that pitch is going to drop in for a strike. 0-1 on Gell. And that's going to be hit to left. It's going to be over the head of the left fielder. Big Reds are going to score. And Patrick Gell will get the double with the 2 RBIs. Big Reds will put it a pinch runner, Austin Schneider. Big Reds now leading 3-1 over the Huskies. Big Reds with only one out here in the bottom of the first. Schneider at second. This brings up Dakota Frey to the plate. First pitch is down low for a ball. That's going to be swung on and missed. 1-1 the count now on Frey. Huskies still looking to get the 2 outs here to end the bottom of the first. Big Reds up by 2. And that's going to drop in for strike 3, and that's going to be the first strikeout for Shane Velazquez. Huskies looking for the final out to end the bottom here. Dan Sterling now at the plate for the Big Reds. First pitch is down low. Schneider still at second for the Huskies, for the Big Reds. And that's going to get past Santo. Schneider will advance to third. To know the count on Sterling. And that'll drop him for a strike. 2-1 now the count. Big Reds have 2 out here in the bottom of the first, leading by 2. That'll be swung on foul. And that's going to be hit into right. And that'll be caught by Slingerland. And that's going to do it for the bottom of the first. Big Reds leading 3-1 over the Huskies as we go into the top of the second. And we're back for the top of the second. Sam Wagner up to the plate for the Huskies. Evan Wagner pitching for the Big Reds. That'll be just inside for a ball. 1-0 the count on Sam Wagner. And that's going to be hit up the first base line. Frey will take it himself and get the out at first. Huskies now with 1 out here, the top of the second. This brings Kane Santo to the plate. Huskies are down by 2 runs. And that's going to be popped up into right. And Frey not able to make it to first in time, and Santo will be safe at first. Huskies will get a pinch runner for the catcher. And Austin Struthers will pinch run for Kane Santo. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Second pitch is swung on and hit. It'll be caught by the second baseman. Struthers will tag back up at first. Huskies now with 2 outs here in the top of the second. This brings Adam Slingerland to the plate. And Struthers is going to go for the steal, and he'll be safe at second. Oh, and 1 the count on Slingerland. And that's going to be tapped foul. Huskies down by 2 in the top of the second here. They have 2 outs. They have Struthers on second. Big Red's looking to make this last out. It's going to hit up the first baseline. And Frey's going to take it himself to get out 3 here. Big Red still leading 3-1 over the Huskies as we go into the bottom of the second. First pitch swung on and hit foul. Shane Velasquez still on the mound for the Huskies. And that pitch is going to be hit foul. And that's going to be popped up. Oh, and 2 the count. And that's going to do it for strike 3. Velasquez with the strikeout, second strikeout of the night. And the bunt's going to be no good. That's going to be just outside for a ball. 1-1 on Szajski. Big Reds with 1 out in the bottom of the second. That's going to be a chopper hit to back up to the pitcher. And Trimble will get the out at first. Big Reds now with 2 outs. This brings us to the top of the lineup with Billy Lemon. And I'm just going to call that a swing, so it's going to be 0-1 on Lemon. Big Reds have no one on base, 2 outs. That's going to drop in down low, 1-1 now on Lemon. And that's going to be hit behind the backstop. Huskies looking for the final out to close down this inning. And that's going to be just outside for a ball. 2-2 on Lemon. Huskies still down by 2. And that's going to be a chopper hit to the third baseman. And that's going to roll foul. Still 2-2 on Lemon. And that's going to be another foul ball up the third baseline. 2-2 the count. Lemon hanging in there. And that's going to be a ball down low. Full count now on Lemon. Velazquez cannot afford another walk here. He ended up walking 2 in the bottom of the first. And that's going to do it for ball 4. And that's going to be the 3rd walk of the night for Velazquez. Big Reds now have a runner at first. This will bring up Michael Hilliker to the plate. Big Reds have 2 outs, leading by 2. First pitch is high. Check back to first is not in time. Lemon will be safe. And another check back to first, still not in time. And Lemon's gonna go. And Huskies able to get the out at second, and that's gonna do it for the 2nd inning. Big Reds leading 3-1 over the Huskies as we go into the top of the 3rd. And we're back for the top of the 3rd. Huskies down by 2. Shane Velazquez leading it off for the Huskies. Evan Wagner pitching for the Big Reds. That's going to be inside for a ball. Huskies looking to score 2 here to tie it up. And that's going to be up the middle for a strike. 1-1 now on Velazquez. And that's going to be down low for a ball. 2-1 on Velazquez. Up high for ball 3. Velazquez not doing so well defensively. 3 walks for the Huskies tonight. And that's going to be popped up foul. And that's going to be ball 4. That'll be Evan Wagner's first walk of the night. Huskies now have a base runner. Justin Van Buskirk now at the plate. Velazquez might be looking to make the steal, and he's going to go on it. And that's going to be a foul on Van Buskirk. And that's going to be hit up the middle between the legs of the shortstop. That'll be a double for Van Buskirk. Huskies now have runners at first and second, no outs. This brings up Jack Trimble. Trimble got the RBI double in the top of the first. And that's going to be hit into center. It'll be caught by Lemon. The runners will hold. Huskies now with 1 out. This brings Luke Borkovich to the plate. Huskies are down by 2 in the top of the third. The check back to second is not in time. And that's going to be tap foul. 0-1 on Borkovich. And that's going to be a chopper hit to the shortstop. They'll get the out at second. Velazquez will advance to third. Huskies now with 2 outs. Huskies now at runners at first and third. 2 outs. This brings up Dallas Chacon. That's going to be outside for a ball. 1-0 on Chacon. And that's swung on and missed. Nice change up there by Evan Wagner. And that's going to be strike 2 on Chacon. 1-2 the count. Huskies still have runners at first and third. They're looking to score here on 2 outs. And that's going to be strike 3, and that's going to do it for the top of the third. Big Red's still up 3-1 over the Huskies. And we're back for the bottom of the third. Evan Wagner up for the Big Reds. Shane Velasquez on the mound for the Huskies. And that's going to drop low at the knees for a strike. Big Reds still leading 3-1. That'll drop in for strike 2. And that's going to be just inside for a ball. 1-2 on Wagner. And that's going to be hit foul. Velasquez looking to stay ahead of the batter here. And that's just outside. 2-2 now on Wagner. Count is now full on Wagner. Velasquez starting off strong with 2 strikes, and now the count is full. And that's going to be hit into center. It'll drop down. Wagner's rounding first, going to second. Rounding second, looking to go to third. Look like Wagner's going to hold up at third. And Evan Wagner will get a triple for the Big Reds. This brings up Raven Randall to the plate. Big Reds have no out runner on third. This is not looking good here for the Huskies. It's not the way you want to start off the top of an inning. That'll drop down low for a ball. And that's going to be a chopper hit to the pitcher. Velasquez will throw it to first for the out. Big Reds now with 1 out. First pitch is up high for a ball. And that'll drop the first strike. 1-1 the count. And that'll be tapped foul. Big Red's only with one out here in the bottom of the third. And that's going to be hit into right field. And it's going to drop foul. One and two the count. And that's going to be another foul ball. Velazquez racking up the pitch count here early. And that's going to be hit to the third baseman. Randall will be out at first. And that's 2 outs for the Big Reds. This brings Patrick Gell to the plate. First pitch drops in there for a strike. And that's going to be hit to the third baseman again. And it'll be thrown to Trimble to get the out at first, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the third. Big Red's still leading 3-1 over the Huskies as we go into the top of the fourth. And we're back for the top of the fourth. Sam Wagner up to the plate. First pitch is inside for a ball. Evan Wagner still on the mound for the Big Reds. Huskies still trailing by 2 here in the top of the fourth. And that'll be a pop-up hit to the shortstop. It'll be thrown past the first baseman. Sam Wagner will get tripped up and he won't be able to get to second, but he'll stay at first. Kane Santo now at the plate. Sam Wagner at first. No outs here in the top of the fourth. Check back to first is not in time. Santo's bunt will roll foul. 0-1 on Santo. Huskies looking to score 2 to tie it up. Another check back to first, not in time. And another bunt by Santo, rolls foul. 0-2 on Santo. That bunt will be hit foul again. Huskies now with one out. This brings up Tyler Rothix. First pitch swung on and hit. And it'll be caught foul. Huskies now with 2 outs. Sam Wagner still at first, and this will bring up Adam Slingerland. First pitch outside for a ball. And that'll be another ball up high. 2-0 the count on Slingerland. And that's going to be hit foul. Big Red's looking to make the last out here in the top of the 4th. And that's going to be dropped in. Wagner goes for the steal at second. And he'll be safe. Huskies now have a runner in scoring position. Huskies now with 2 outs. And that's swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's going to do it for the top of the 4th. Big Red's leading 3-1 over the Huskies as we go into the bottom of the 4th. And we're back for the bottom of the 4th. Dakota Frey up to the plate. First pitch up the middle for the strike. Another pitch up the middle. 0-2 now on Frey. Velasquez doing an excellent job getting ahead of the batter here, but always losing him. And Hilliker will take the ball himself, and that'll be an out at first. First pitch swung on and missed. And that's going to be strike 2 on Sterling. And that's going to do it for strike 3. Two quick outs for the Huskies. That'll be hit to the. That'll be hit foul. Oh, and 1 on Jonah Bell. That's going to be up high for a ball. 1-1 the count. That's going to be hit behind the backstop. 1-2 on Jonah Bell. That's going to be just inside for a ball. 2-2 now on Bell. Huskies looking to get the last out. Big Red's still leading 3-1 over the Huskies. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Huskies. Big Red's leading 3-1 over the Huskies as we go into the top of the 5th. And we're back to start the top of the 5th. Huskies starting with their top of the lineup. Shane Velezquez at the plate. First pitch swung on and hit into right. And it'll be caught by Jonah Bell, and that'll be the first out. Justin Van Buskirk now at the plate. First pitch down low for a ball. Evan Wagner still at the mound for the Big Reds. Huskies still trailing by 2 here in the top of the 5th. That'll be outside for a ball. 2-0 the count. Huskies still looking for 2 to tie the game. And that's going to be up the middle for a strike. 2-1 the count. And that's going to be popped up. It'll drop. And Van Buskirk will be safe at first. Tough play there for the pitcher and catcher. Third baseman thought he had it. Wasn't able to get there in time, and it'll drop. This will bring up Jack Trimble. First pitch down low for a ball. And that'll be up the middle for a strike. 1-1 on Trimble. Check back to first. Not in time. That was a close one for Van Buskirk. And another check back to first, not in time. And that's me outside for a ball. 2-1 on Trimble. And that's going to be a high fly ball. It'll be caught by the third baseman, Raven Randall. Huskies now with 2 outs. Van Buskirk at first. This will bring up Luke Borkovich. And this will be a grounder hit to the shortstop, diving. Unable to get the throw to first. Borkovich will be safe at first. Huskies now have runners at first and second with 2 outs. This brings up Dallas Chacon. First pitch right up the middle for a strike. Huskies looking to make a rally here in the top of the 5th. Patrick Gell going out to the mound. That was a short little meeting. Huskies still with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And that'll drop in for a strike. 0-2 on Chacon. And that's going to do it for strike 3. Huskies strand 2. And the Big Reds still leading 3-1 over the Huskies as we go into the bottom of the 5th. And we're back for the bottom of the 5th. Big Reds still leading 3-1 over the Huskies. And that first pitch is going to be hit foul. Shane Suzuki to the plate. Shane Velezquez still on the mound for the Huskies. And the second pitch is swung on and missed. And that'll be just inside for a ball, 1-2. Big Reds looking to add to their 3-1 lead. And that'll be hit foul. And that'll be just outside, 2-2. And he's going to swing on the pitch, and that's going to do it for strike 3. This is the third strikeout of the night for Velezquez. This brings up the top of the order with Billy Lemon. He's going to lay down the bunt. Santo able to get the pitch to first. Big Reds now with 2 outs. Now at the plate is Michael Hilliker. And that's going to be right at the knees for a strike. And that's going to be down low for a ball, 1-1 on Hilliker. And that's going to be another strike, 1-2. Huskies looking to get the last out to end this inning. And that's going to be a pie, 2-2. And that's going to be a tag out by Santo, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the 5th. Big Reds leading 3-1 over the Huskies as we go into the top of the 6th. And we're back for the top of the 6th. Sam Wagner now batting for the Huskies. Evan Wagner on the mound for his 6th inning of work. And the pitch is down low for a ball. Huskies still looking for 2 runs to tie it up here in the top of the 6th. Pitch up high for a ball. 2-0 on Wagner. That's going to be down low for ball 3. And this will be outside for ball 4, and that's going to be a walk for Evan Wagner. Sam Wagner will make his way to first. This will bring up the catcher, Kane Santo. The Big Reds are going to take a timeout. Not sure whether they're going to pull Wagner and put in a new pitcher or if they're going to keep him here. Huskies still trailing by 2. They have no outs here in the top of the 6th. And it looks like the Big Reds are going to keep Wagner at the mound. Kane Santo is now at the plate. Huskies have a base runner at first, no outs. And Sam Wagner almost caught in a pickle there, able to get back to first in time. Very close play there. Oh, and 1 the count on Santo. Down low for a ball, 1-1. And that pitch is hit. Third baseman unable to get it. Wagner able to get to second. Huskies now with a runner at first and second. No outs here in the top of the sixth. Huskies still trailing by 2. This brings up Tyler Rothix. Looks like the Huskies are going to put in a designated hitter. This is going to be Austin Struthers. And Struthers will lay down the bunt. Struthers able to beat the throw at first. Huskies have now loaded the bases here in the top of the sixth. This will bring up Adam Strutherland to the plate. Huskies here with no outs in the top of the sixth. Bases are loaded. First time tonight that the bases were loaded for the Huskies. That's going to be hit back foul. 0-1 on Slingerland. And that's to be just outside for a ball. 1-1 on Slingerland. Huskies looking to tie up the game here in the sixth. Patrick Gell going out to the mound to talk to Wagner. Huskies in an excellent position here to score some runs. Bases are loaded with no outs. And that's going to be a ball down low. 2-1 the count. Big Reds pulling in their first and third baseman. And that's going to be a strike. 2-2 now on Slingerland. And that's going to be hit back foul. And that's going to be ball up high. Bases are now loaded for Adam Slingerland. Huskies with no outs. Bases loaded. And that's going to be ball 4. And the Huskies will score. Huskies now only down by 1 run. Big Reds are going to pull in their short and second baseman now. Huskies still with no outs. This brings the top of the lineup with Shane Velazquez. And that'll drop in for a strike. Huskies just need one more run to tie the game at 3. And that's going to be hit out to center. It'll be caught. Runners are going to tag up. Huskies now with 1 out. Justin Van Buskirk now at the plate. Only 1 out for the Huskies. First pitch is up high for a ball. That's going to drop in for a strike. 1-1 on Van Buskirk. And Van Buskirk will be hit by the pitch. Game is now tied at 3. Huskies only with 1 out. And this will bring up Jack Trimble. Trimble was the one that got the RBI double in the first that gave the Huskies a 1-run lead. Now he has the bases loaded, only with 1 out. And that'll be up high for a ball, 2-0 on Trimble. Jell again is going to make his way back out to the mound. And that's going to be up the middle for a strike. 2-1 on Trimble. And that's going to be hit up foul. 2-2 on Trimble. Huskies still only with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Game is tied at 3. And that's going to be hit to the second baseman. They'll get the out at first. And the Huskies will score on that. Huskies now with the 1-run lead, 4-3 over the Big Reds. Huskies with 2 outs, base runners at second and third. This will bring up Luke Borkovich. And that'll be up the middle for a strike. And that's going to be strike 2. Wagner getting ahead of the batter here. Huskies with 2 outs, runners at second and third. Wagner looking to close this top of the inning. And that's going to be popped up. And the second baseman will get to it. And that's going to do it for the top of the 6th. Huskies now leading 4-3 over the Big Reds as we go into the bottom of the 6th. And we're back for the bottom of the 6th. Big Reds down by a run here. Evan Wagner at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Shane Velazquez still in the game pitching. Big Reds now looking for a run to tie the game at 4. And that's going to do it for strike 2. And that's going to be hit to the second baseman. Huskies will get the out at first. Big Reds now with 1 out. This brings up Raven Randall to the plate. Huskies trying to hold on to their 1-run lead. And that's popped up. And that's going to be hit high in the heads of the right fielder. And Randall will get the double. Big Reds now have a runner in scoring position. This brings up Patrick Gell. First pitch up the middle for a strike. That's going to be down low for a ball. 1-1 on Gell. Randall at second for the Big Reds. Big Reds down by 1. Check back at second was not in time. And that's going to be high for a ball. 2-1 on Gell. Count is now full on Gell. Big Reds have a runner at second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's going to be ball 4. Big Reds now have base runners at first and second with only 1 out. Huskies are going to call a timeout. It'll be interesting to see if they keep Shane Velazquez in the game or if they're going to switch. Huskies leading 4-3 over the Big Reds in the bottom of the 6th. Big Reds have runners at first and second with only one out. And it looks like they'll keep Velazquez on the mound. This brings up Dakota Frey. First pitch is swung on and missed. And that's up the middle for strike two. Big Reds only with one out. Runners at first and second. And that's hit to the shortstop. They'll get the out at second. The overthrow at first will score Raven. Big Reds tie the game up at 4. Big Reds now with 2 outs. Base runner at second. This brings up Dan Sterling. That'll be a pitch up high. Huskies looking to get the last out. And that'll be a ball down low. 2-1 the count. Big Reds have a base runner at second, 2 outs. And that's going to drop in for a ball. 3-1 now, the count. And that's going to drop in for strike 2. Count is now full. Big Reds with 2 outs. Runner at second. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to be popped up. And that'll go foul. And that's swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's going to do it. The Big Reds and the Huskies are tied at 4 as we go into the top of the 7th. And we're back for the top of the 7th. Huskies and the Big Reds tied at 4. Dallas Chacon at the plate for the Huskies. Nick Vanny, the new pitcher for the Big Reds. First pitch is down low for a ball. Another pitch down low, 2-0 on Chacon. Has to be just outside for ball 3, 3-0 on Chacon. And that's going to be ball 4. And that'll be the first walk for Vanny. This brings Sam Wagner to the plate. And the Huskies will get a pinch runner for Chacon. The Huskies will bring in Nate Campow. Huskies have no outs here in the top of the 7th. And Campow will be out on the steal. Oh, and 1 the count on Wagner. Be a pitch down low for a ball. Huskies now with 1 out. No base runners here in the top of the 7th. And the bat will be outside for a ball. 2-1 now on Sam Wagner. And that'll drop down low for a ball. 3-1. And that's going to do it for strike through. Full count now on Sam Wagner. That's going to be hit foul. And that's going to be hit in the gap between second and short. And Wagner will be safe at first. This brings Kane Santo to the plate. Huskies still only 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Check back to first is not in time. And that'll drop in for a strike. 1-1 on Santo. And that'll be hit into right. and it'll drop. And Wagner looking to score, and he will. Huskies now leading 5-4 over the Big Reds. Santo with the RBI double. This will bring up Tyler Rothix. And that's a strike up the middle. Huskies will put in their designated hitter, Austin Struthers. And that's swung on and hit foul. 0-2 on Struthers. Huskies only have one out here in the top of the 7th. Now they're leading 5-4 over the Big Reds. And that'll be hit into left. And it'll be caught by the left fielder. Huskies now with 2 outs. This will bring up Adam Slingerland. And that's going to be popped up. It'll be caught by the shortstop, and that's going to do it for the top of the 7th. Huskies able to gain a run, and now they're leading 5-4 over the Big Reds as we go into the bottom of the 7th. And we're back for the bottom of the 7th. Leading off is Jonah Bell. Shane Velazquez still in the game, pitching his 7th inning. And that's going to be hit up the first baseline, and that's going to go foul. On 1 the count on Bell. Big Reds down by a run. It swung on and missed. 0-2 the count on Bell. Big Reds need a run to tie it up and 2 to win. And that's going to be popped up into left. It's going to drop. And Bell is going to round second and head towards third. And Bell's going to be safe at third. This brings up Shane Saziski. And he's going to drop down the bunt. Velazquez will get the out at first. Big Reds now with 1 out. Base runner at third. This brings up the top of the lineup with Billy Lemon. And that's going to be hit to the shortstop. Shortstop will bobble the ball. Lemon will be safe at first. The Big Reds will score. And this will bring Michael Hilliker to the plate. And Lemon will be thrown out at second on the steal. Big Reds now with 2 outs. Game is tied at 5. That'll be swung on and hit to the shortstop. He will throw and get the routine out at first, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the 7th. Huskies and Big Reds tied at 5. And we're back for the top of the 8th. Shane Velazquez leading it off for the Huskies. Nick Vanny on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. And Velazquez will be hit by the pitch. He'll make his way to first. And this will bring up Justin Van Buskirk. The check back at first was not in time. Huskies looking to take the lead here in extra innings. Van Buskirk will lay down the bunt. He'll get the routine out at first and advance Velazquez to second. This brings up Jack Trimble. First pitch is up high for a ball. Huskies now with 1 out, base runner at second. Pitch just outside for a ball. 2-0 on Trimble. And that's just outside for ball 3. And that's going to drop in for a strike. 3-1 now on Trimble. And that'll be a diving stop by the first baseman. The Big Reds will get the out at first. Velazquez will make his way to third. Huskies now with 2 outs, base runner at third. And this will bring up Luke Borkovich. And that pitch is hit into shallow center. And it'll be caught, and that's going to do it for the top of the 8th. Huskies and Big Reds still tied at 5 as we go into the bottom of the 8th. And we're back for the bottom of the 8th. Tyler Dortmund now pitching for the Huskies. Evan Wagner at the plate for the Big Reds. First pitch is down low for a ball. Big Reds looking to score and win here in extra innings. We're at the bottom of the 8th. It's another pitch down low. 2-0 on Wagner. Three and 0 now the count. Both teams tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's going to be up the middle for a strike. 3-1 on Wagner. And that's going to be ball 4. Big Reds now have a base runner. This will bring up Raven Randall to the plate. Big Reds just looking for 1 run. First pitch is up the middle for a strike. Check back to first was not in time. That'll drop down low for a ball. 1-1 on Randall. Big Reds with no outs here. Base runner at first. Check back to first. Not in time. Santo at the mound talking to the pitcher. This could be a pie for a ball. 2-1 now on Randall. Wagner still at first, no outs. Another check back to first. 3-1 now, the count on Randall. And that's going to be a pie for ball 4. And that's going to be 2 walks for Dortmund. Big Reds now have runners at first and second, no outs. This will bring up Patrick Gell. First pitch is down low for a ball. Dortmund struggling to find the strike zone here in the bottom of the 8th. And that'll be tipped foul. 1-1 on Gell. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Big Reds have base runners at first and second. And Wagner tried to steal third, but he'll be tagged out. Big Reds now with 1 out. Randall still at first for the Big Reds. And that's going to be a ball up high. 3-1 now on Gell. And that's going to be ball 4. 3 walks now for Dortmund. The Big Reds will put in a courtesy runner, Ryan Page. And Dalton Beadler will be the courtesy runner at second. And this will bring up Corey Wargo. First pitch is a ball. Big Reds have 1 out, base runners at first and second. And that's right up for the middle for a strike. 1-1 on Wargo. Two and one now the count. Big Reds still have runners at first and second. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. That's a strike up the middle. 2-2 on Wargo. And that's going to be popped up. It'll be caught by Dortmund. Big Reds now with 2 outs, base runners at first and second. And this will bring up Nick Vanny. First pitch is up high for a ball. And that's another ball up high, 2-0 on Vanny. Big Red's still looking to score. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's going to be down low. 3-0 on Vanny. Dortmund cannot afford to walk anymore this inning. And that's going to be ball 4, and that's going to load the bases here in the bottom of the 8th. Big Reds with 2 outs, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 8th. And this brings up Jonah Bell. First pitch is down low for a ball. And that's up the middle for a strike. 1-1 now on Bell. And that's grounded to the shortstop. And they'll get the out at second, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the 8th. Huskies and Big Reds still tied at 5. And we'll go into the top of the ninth. And we're back for the top of the 9th. Nick Vanny pitching for the Big Reds. Dallas Chacon up for the Huskies. First pitch is down low for a ball. Both teams scored tied at 5 here in the top of the 9th. And that's another pitch up high for a ball. And that'll drop in for a strike. 2-1 now on Chacon. This will be popped up. It'll drop into foul territory. 2-2 on Chacon. And that's popped up foul. Two and two on Chacon. And that's dropped into center. Chacon's gonna make his way to second. And Dallas Chacon with a double for the Huskies. And this will bring up Sam Wagner to the plate. Huskies with no outs, base runner at second. First pitch is down low for a ball. Huskies looking to break the tie here in the top of the ninth. And that right up the middle for a strike. 1-1 now on Wagner. They'll get the out at first. Chacon will be safe at second. Huskies now with one out. This brings Kane Santo to the plate. And that pitch is hit into the gap. This will advance Chacon to third. Santo will be safe at first. Huskies still only with one out. And this will bring up Tyler Dortmund. First pitch is up high for a ball. And that's another pitch up high. 2-0 now on Dortmund. Huskies still with only one out. Base runners at first and third. And that'll drop him for strike one. And that's going to be right at the knees for strike two. 2-2 on Dortmund. And that's going to be a chopper. Randall with the dive, but not able to catch it. That he hit right back to the pitcher. And they'll get the out at first. Huskies now with 2 outs. Base runners at second and third. This will bring up Adam Slingerland. That'll be hit foul. And Randall will get the line drive right at the ground there. Excellent catch there, and he'll get the out. And that's going to do it for the top of the 9th. Both the Huskies and Big Red is still tied at 5 as we go into the bottom of the 9th. And we're back for the bottom of the 9th. Shane Suzuki to the plate. First pitch is down low for a ball. Tyler Dortmund on the mound for the Huskies. Pitch just outside for a ball. And that'll drop right in the middle for a strike, 2-1. Big Reds and Huskies tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 9th. And that's going to be a ball up high, 3-1 the count. And that's going to be ball 4. Big Reds now have a runner at first, no outs. And this will bring up Billy Lemon. Check back to first, not in time. Want to know the count on Lemon. Big Reds with no out, base runner at first. Count 1-1 on Lemon here in the bottom of the 9th. Lemon will lay down the bunt. It'll go to the third base side. Lemon will be out at first. Will advance the runner to second. Big Reds now with 1 out. This will bring up Michael Hilliker. Big Reds looking to score. First pitch is down low for a ball. And Hilliker will be hit by the pitch. Big Reds now have a base runner at first and second with only one out. Huskies are going to call a timeout. We'll see if they'll keep Dortmund in the mound. Huskies and Big Reds tied at 5 here in the bottom of the ninth. Big Reds have base runners at first and second with only one out. And they will keep Dortmund at the mound. This brings up Evan Wagner to the plate. First pitch is up the middle for a strike. Big Red's still looking to score. And that's swung on and missed. 0-2 on Evan Wagner. Big Red's still only one out, runners at first and second. And that's going to be just inside for a ball. 2-2 on Wagner. Still only one out, runners at first and second. And that's going to be a high fly ball. And the first baseman will get it. Big Reds now with 2 outs. This brings up Raven Randall to the plate. First pitch is down low for a ball. And that's just inside. 2-0 now on Randall. Big Reds with 2 outs, base runners at first and second. They're looking to take the lead here. And that'll drop in for a strike. 2-1 the count. That's swung on and missed. 2-2 the count on Randall. That's hit foul. Randall hanging in there on a 2-2. Base runner still at first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. And Randall's going to look for strike 3. And that's going to do it for the bottom of the ninth. And we're back for the top of the 10th. Dakota Frey now pitching for the Big Reds. Pitch down low, 2-0 to count. Up the middle for a strike, 2-1 the count. Huskies looking to break this tie here in the top of the 10th. And that's swung on and hit into center. It'll be caught by Billy Lemon. This will bring up Justin Van Buskirk. Huskies now with 1 out. First pitch it up the middle for a strike. And that's just inside for a ball, 1-1 the count. That'll be at the knees for a strike, 1-2 on Van Buskirk. And it'll be tagged out by Patrick Gell. Huskies now with 2 outs. This will bring up Jack Trimble. First pitch is swung on and missed. And that pitch is just outside, 1-1 the count on Trimble. And that's out the middle for strike 2, 1-2 on Trimble. Huskies still looking to break the tie. It's tied 5-5 here in the top of the 10th. And that's just inside. 2-2 the count on Trimble. And that's fouled back. And that's up high for ball 3. Full count now on Jack Trimble. Huskies with 2 outs, no base runners here in the top of the 10th. And that's going to be ball 4. This will bring up Luke Borkovich. Huskies now with a base runner at first, 2 outs. First pitch is popped up and foul. And that's a ball down low. 1-1 on Borkovich. And that's going to be hit into the gap. Borkovich will get the single. Huskies now with a 2-out rally. Base runners at first and second. 2 outs. And up to the plate is Dallas Chacon. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Chacon. Huskies with 2 out. Base runners at first and second here in the top of the 10th. And that'll be tipped foul. 0-2 on Chacon. And that's going to be hit into right. And that's over the head of the right fielder. Huskies will score 1. They'll score 2. And Chacon will make it to third. Two RBI triple by Dallas Chacon. And that puts the Huskies up 7-5 over the Big Reds. Sam Wagner now at the plate for the Huskies. First pitch is outside for a ball. Huskies now leading by 2 here in the top of the 10th. 2-0 the count on Wagner. And that'll drop in for a strike. 2-1 the count on Wagner. Big Reds looking to shut this inning down. It'll be hit into right and it'll be caught by Nick Vanny, and that's going to do it for the top of the 10th. Huskies now leading 7-5 over the Big Reds as we go into the bottom of the 10th. And we're back to start the bottom of the 10th. Big Reds down by 2. First pitch is just low for a ball. And that'll drop in there for a strike. 1-1 on Gel. Big Reds need 2 runs to tie it up here in the bottom of the 10th. And that'll roll in there. 2-1 on Gel. Huskies finally broke the tie there with a 2 RBI triple by Dallas Chacon. And that'll be put back foul. Two and two the count on Joe. And that's just a little high. 3-2 the count. And that's strike three. Dortmund with his first strikeout. Dakota Frey now at the plate. First pitch swung on and hit to the third baseman. They'll get the out at first. Big Reds now with 2 outs, no one on base. This will bring up Nick Vanny. And that first pitch is down low for a ball. Huskies now just 1 out away from beating the Big Reds here in the bottom of the 10th. And that's a ball down low. Two and 0 the count on Vanny. And that's going to roll up the third baseline into left. Vanny almost got caught in a pickle there, able to slide back to first. Big Reds still 2 outs, base runner at first. This will bring Jonah Bell to the plate. And that's popped up into right field. It'll be caught. And that's going to do it for the game. After 10 long innings, the Port Huron Northern Huskies able to beat the Big Reds 7-5. This has been Emily Desmond with CPHS 6. Good night.